Admiral Tim here with Felicia. We're at the Roman Colosseum, and it is cold as I don't know what out here.
It is very cold this morning.
It's November, so it's the best time of the year to come here. Some people say. In July, August, it is fuming hot. Fumi, as we say in Rome.
It's been wonderful here this week.
Let's jump inside the Colosseum and see what's to see. So again, we're big fans of Viator. They have vetted, guided tours there, so you're not going to lose your money. And you're going to know if it's a good tour or not based on the ratings. And we do write ratings and reviews, so that's a good thing. Here's everything you're going to see. It's a small group, so that's nice. You get personalized attention. And you get a guide who's going to speak to you, not through headphones, but right to you. I can't stand those headphones. They're nasty. Now, we took a guided tour of Rome the day before, and our tour guide, who's a local, was good enough to show us this view of the Colosseum. And this is the first time Felicia and I had seen the Colosseum in person. And this is it's a magic moment if you've never done this before. Just seeing this ancient building that's still standing 2,000 years later it's just breathtaking. It really is. And of course, he's got a golf cart. So if you take the golf cart tour, they can pretty much park anywhere. I mean, it's unlimited. But you can park this thing on the sidewalk, which is kind of what he did. And then you walk up, and this is probably the best free view of the Colosseum you can get anywhere in Rome. And apparently we weren't the only people who knew about this. This was off-season. I understand during the on-season this gets pretty crowded. But look at the photo ops here. Now, I know we find this helpful, but I like to show you the surrounding area of these historical places when we go places. So you kind of get your bearings to where you are. And, of course, there's the random Asian wedding, which there were a couple of those. It's just weird you'd want to get married in Rome if you live in Asia, right? I mean, there's so many beautiful places in Asia, but whatever. Here's the subway station. There's two levels. There's an upstairs and a downstairs, so be aware of that. And this is where we met our guide, who was the same guy we'd had for the Vatican, which was kind of a strange coincidence, but she's lovely. Valentina, ask for her. If you can get her, that's awesome. She's a wonderful guide.
We are in the year 80 AD, and we have the inauguration under Titus, okay? So this is the Flavian dynasty that in only 8 years, okay, from 72 AD, 80 AD, they just built the biggest building of entertainment of the ancient times. Flavian, the name of the family, okay? Amphitheater, the shape. Amphitheater, it means double theater. You see, it's not a circle, but it's an elliptical shape. You know why? No. It's the best shape just to have the best point of view wherever you are inside. Okay, most of your stadiums for example, in US, they are just based on the shape of the Colosseum. Okay, Americans, you have a special crush.
Yeah.
Okay, so why we call this place Colosseum? It's very interesting. Till the Middle Age, you see there where we have the trees, there was just a giant statue in gilt bronze. Was more than 100 feet tall. To understand the height was all the way up to the third tier of the Colosseum, okay? 38 Italian meters. So the Colossus of the Emperor Nero, there was a turn, was recycled and became just the Colossus of the god Helios, the god of the sun, okay? So they don't want to just to spoil, okay, to waste the bronze. So Colossus, hence Colosseum. Okay.
Sneaky.
Can you see the Colossus now? No. Unfortunately, that's what happened for centuries in Rome. So the Colossus in the Middle Age was just melted down. Okay, was a very dark period of Rome, and we have a lot of wars, invasions, and the priority, okay, changed, and they needed just bronze for weapons. Okay, that's another lesson that you can understand about also the structure of the Colosseum. To see how many holes we have to the right side there.
So to get inside, you will need to show a valid passport, and there is a security screening. They want to make sure that no idiots go in there with weapons or worse into this thing to visit this historic structure. So it's a good thing that they're scanning through and checking backpacks and everything.
For your metal objects, you can just keep the phone on the top of the just on the. So Maria, we stop a second there, okay, and then we go on the arena. Kevin, you have to leave here to understand, okay, the movement. Okay, we have to stop here. Today we are lucky because we have a wonderful light there. So that was one of the main gallery. So outside there on the arch written their numbers. Okay, so that was just.
Are you with the group?
Okay.
As part of our guided tour, we were allowed to enter through the gladiators entrance to the Colosseum, which takes you onto the Colosseum floor, which is pretty breathtaking in itself. It's a real neat experience. Yeah.
Now all together. That's a good soundtrack for the sequel.
What would this entrance be used for?
Okay, my dear. That was just now the only way for us just to go to the arena, but that was as one of the main gates to go out in the ancient times. So this was the dead door. Okay, was just a way, okay, for all the fighters, for the animals, just to go out. Okay, and so most of the bodies they used to go out from here, not in vertical but in horizontal. Okay, so but it's a very interesting place for another reason, because under your feet we are just walking on the gallery, the private gallery of the gladiators. Okay, just behind you there, where you see that building. Okay, there, right and left. Still underneath, you have the remains of the barracks of the gladiators.
Section left. That was a peaceful. Right. Stand there. Over there. We're like, go back there. Yeah, I'm sure.
Now I show you airport. So, do you know I'm the official photographer of the tourists, so if you need my help, I'm here. Okay, well, welcome to the arena. So, I want to soon tell you that so arena doesn't mean stage. Arena is just a yellow tent. Okay, so you have to imagine there was just wooden stage. Tina, you always shine on the first line. Okay, bravissimo Kevin, I love you. You understand what you have to do. Okay, unfortunately it's not so easy now to do the underground.
If you want to do the full tour, you should be aware that there's a lot of steps and there's really not a lot of spaces in there for wheelchairs. I understand there is an elevator somewhere back in here, but it's a little difficult to get around due to the floors and how old this building is. So make sure you're in pretty good shape.
No. See, just finance. Okay, we turn right. Hello. Okay, we walk on the shoulder. Okay, then we go once inside and then we return outside. Okay, this way you can see what means a gallery. And outside there, I show you also one of the best aerial view of the Colosseum. Okay, trust your gut. Have you seen the steps? Are you tired? You can see yes. You can say yes. But you are still rich here. That was just the level of the businessmen, okay? You see, these are still the original steps to go up, okay? Because the seats, they were on the top of these, yes, of these pillars up there. Okay, this was a protection wall, the one that you see here. So once that you go upstairs, you go out from the Vomitoria. Vomitoria were the outlets of the Romans. Okay, there were two theories. Okay, Vomitoria because it means to go out. It's a Latin. Okay, or otherwise because the games. Okay, they were so cruel that people they just return inside. Okay, just to and vomit inside there. Okay, we are not so very sure about this. Okay, I think it's just because it means just to go out. Okay, I'm a practical.
So we're walking through the Vomitorium.
Active restoration here.
They are just, for example, restoring the original floor. They are just trying to preserve as much as possible the variable patterns. That was the original floor. Okay, you have to imagine it was not like the one that you have under your feet now, but was like that. Okay. Now in Italy, this is very expensive to have this kind of floor. Okay.
See?
Yeah. Roman concrete, bricks and arches. These were the three ingredients, okay, of the success of the Romans. Oh, sorry. When you visit Rome, try at the end of your trip to count how many bricks you made.
We'll be here for months.
Bricks and bricks, tons and tons of bricks. Okay, we stop a second here. The Colosseum is it's the storage of itself. We storage a lot of fragments. These are just some of the fragments. We even preserve some of the parts of the original streets outside. You see this one here, for example. This is a piece of a cobblestone of the ancient times. But you see the drawing on the top. What do you think? What is that? It's a game board. That's just the tic-tac-toe of the Romans. Just because they used to be always outside, okay? So they spend most of their life just outdoor, okay? They used just to pray. To walk just obviously, guys, we have also even restoration of different ages.
Dove gli ho spiegato?
Last view of the top of the Colosseum. Okay, wait just a second. Okay, just to find your spot here. That's one, in my opinion, it's one of the best point of view of the Colosseum. Instead here, so we know that we had gladiators that they fought here just 2-3 days in a year.
And although we didn't see any, apparently there's still a lot of cats that make their home in the Colosseum. Fortunately, it no longer smells like cat leftovers. And you will also see the bathrooms, what they used to be, medieval bathrooms, if you have the right tour guide. Some of the areas were closed. There's always a portion under maintenance, but so don't be dismayed. There's always plenty to see here and a lot of history to take in. And we also learned that most of the gladiator matches were not to the death because the gladiators were very valuable. They're worth a lot of money. So it wasn't in the owner's best interest to see them killed because they would tour around different parts of Italy and perform at different sporting events. So people would bet on them and they'd make a lot of money off these people. So no, they didn't die in a lot of these matches. It was in their best interest to keep them alive to fight another day.
Just your battle, just your victory, okay? Imagine that you are the winner, and so I just celebrate, okay? It's a memory, okay? That was the last one ever built in the ancient times. So it's just the actors, Roman holidays. Yeah, that was just a movie that just advertised Rome. And so after the movie, all the Americans, they wanted just to come here. Okay, it's the best exhibition of Rome. The picture of the menorah. The menorah that you see there, it's not a simple menorah. This is the menorah. Okay, this was the sacred object of the Jews. That was the original menorah from the Temple of Solomon. A gold menorah. Bricks we have. You see the sculptures. Look at the regular arrangement of the sculptures to go up there. Okay, and right here. Surprise. The Colosseum, the Temple of Venus. That was just the biggest temples ever built in the ancient.
Our tour continued through the Roman Forum and also through Palatine Hill, I believe it's called in Italian. But some beautiful, very historic remnants and remains here. Just really grounds you to realize how little we know about the world we live in and how long this has been here and the civilizations that have been here in the past that were able to accomplish so many great things before our modern buildings. So very, very interesting tour. Great tour guide. Highly recommend. The link is in the description.
Big door, okay? Big door, bronze door. We have lost most of the doors, but so you have still the chance to see 3 doors of the Roman age. The biggest one, the Pantheon. The door of the Pantheon is still the original one, 1st century BC.
Wow.
Okay, 7 tons each door. Okay, that was the way how the Romans, they built their doors. Huge, bronze, and without hinges. They slide the doors with a system of disc runs up and down, and you slide only pushing. Okay, if you have a chance to go to the Pantheon, you can see the door even from outside. Okay, to pave the city with marbles, all the temples they were marble, white marble from Greece, Turkey. Okay, granite porphyry from Egypt. And everything was lavishly decorated with statues. The Vatican is over there. You see through the umbrella pines over there, you can see some people. Okay. So right there you have the Vittoriano, Victor Emmanuel building, the one with the chariot. But that's still a place where people do like.
Oh, the flowers and coins.